Good morning, everybody. Feeling like a steaming pile of shit today. Fuck. Had a big fight with my son yesterday because I felt I was being disrespected. He's going through a lot of pain and struggle and suffering, and he wants to talk about his pain, but it just feels so disrespectful that he just keeps dumping all that, and I'm feeling it too, and they won't listen to any advice, and that's his choice. But when he gets mad at me and then starts resenting me for doing it, even though he initiated it by asking, hurt a lot, and I just fucking blew my plug, and I said, I don't want to talk to you for the rest of the day. I'm so fucking pissed. Man, yeah, yesterday was a big day. I went through a whole bunch of new layers of mother wounds and other shit that are for the collective, and I was dealing with it, and I thought I was doing great, but holy fuck, there's just so much anger and other things that I didn't even know were there. And then I got disrespected the shit out of last night. My neighbors were having a party until 5 a.m, and I pounded on the wall, and fuck, they'd stop for a couple minutes and then it would just start again. Just feeling really a lot disrespected by the world. I signed agreements like a lease and things that contain stuff like when you can be noisy and when you should be quiet, and fucking all the children around don't seem to have the same respect. I wouldn't be noisy. I wouldn't do all these things, and feeling so out of control and so disrespected and so fucking frustrated in this world where over and over again, I don't appear to get what I want or what I want to manifest, or if it does come, it's all perverted. I just don't want to be in this place anymore. And that's not suicidal. It's just like, what the fuck is the use of coming to a place where people get off and steal your energy and fuck you over so you don't feel good all the time? And then you got to migrate through it, and you got to deal with these motherfuckers, excuse my French, that don't give a shit about anybody. You see them everywhere. And I love and I try and accept, but it's like, okay, you gotta make a boundary. So I'm fucking going to the landlord and making a complaint, and I want to get him evicted or whatever, because people like that don't have a place in my world. But what else do I do? What am I missing to get trampled on? My whole life I've been trampled on. And I'm ending these experiences and clearing them with what my friend Joy and I talked about yesterday. And there's just more and more and more. So this struggle is real. I know a lot of people are feeling it right now, and it feels like crap, and you want to die, and you just don't want to continue having to do all this work. And I've been doing it for 10 years. And it just seems to get more intense, and we go through portals and solar flares and all this kind of stuff, and the intensity ramps. And yes, I know I came here to rid my system of millions of incarnations of shit and karma and past disrespects, and clean it up to some level of God's perfection. And I acknowledge that, and I'm okay with the journey. But just some days it just smashes you into pieces, and then you just feel like a piece of crap. And I'm okay with feeling like a piece of crap, but I thought I'd surrendered, but just having a little ounce of my respect for myself sometimes, and having an expectation that my home can be a quiet place, and that the people that I love don't get angry at me when I start talking about spiritual stuff and suggestions of what may be causing things. Like, these are all layers, I guess. But I want to tell you that I'm not giving up, and neither should you. And God knows where it all comes from, or how we agreed to it, or why it keeps showing up, or whatever. And do we have to struggle to the death almost? It feels like some days for me to be free. But I know something better is coming through all this. And I also know how powerful I am coming through all this, where just beaten to a pulp and feeling like nothing matters and can't have relationships, can't have all this kind of stuff, etc., just exhausts me. Hey, Joy. And yes, I'm going to end all this completed, but so what I want people to know is, if you're feeling the same and it feels like shit, and yes, I'm triggering the frick out of people by sharing my emotions rawly, but the only way free is through to feel it, to feel the sensation. Don't feel it all day. Don't wallow in it. Don't whatever, but just feel it for a few scant minutes like I'm doing here on this live. Breathe it, feel all of it, say it's real, admit it, and then you're free. And yeah, there might be another layer after that, and there might be another layer after that, but the layers are not infinite. And we're going to get through this. I don't know how. I might be curled up in a ball today, but it's okay. Some really big bubbles broke yesterday, and this is the afterwash of all the stuff that was attached to it, and I feel so insane. I don't know what's what, but I just want to let it through me and complete. So I'm hoping you do the same, and I'm giving you the same advice that no matter how hard it is, can you imagine what thousands or hundreds of thousands of lifetimes of shit that never got resolved might feel like when it comes through your body? Well, that's what's going on. It's just got to be cleared. And the less and less we hang on to it, the less and less we have to figure it out, the less and less we have to put a story around it, the more and more it speeds up and goes through us. So let it go through. Let it be emotion. Let yourself be pissed off. Let yourself be angry. Let yourself be whatever's present. And then breathe. Let it go. And then choose to end the experience of all these emotions, of all these feelings, of all these things that you're not even sure what they are, and let God figure it out. I choose to let God and my guides let go of whatever I can't see, or is in my shadow, or is in my past, or is in a past life, and they're permitted to do anything for my highest good right now. And just let that go. I end these experiences and allow God and angels and higher self all to let go more. And then we can be free. So we got this. It's not always fun, especially after all these really high energies where shit is getting pushed through the eye of a needle. But you got this. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. Proud of everybody that's doing this work right now and hating it maybe for a little bit, but that's part of the process. And maybe we hated ourselves. Maybe we hated other people. Maybe in my case, I hated women. Maybe women have hated me. I see so many things from my wounds that I now end and complete so that I can go back to purity and possibility and step fully right here and right now into my unlimited possibility. So thank you for listening. Cry, do whatever you need, because we're done. We can let it go. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Joy, for watching. Have a good day.